Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm just going to use Kipper, and I have a couple of questions that I want to find out because the SCOTUS, so the Supreme Court, has just recently declared that it will not stop the grand jury from getting Trump's tax returns. Both his personal and corporate tax returns going back for at least 8 years are going to be available. So, and I guess Cy Vance Jr., the Manhattan DA, he agreed to hold off from trying to get Trump's tax returns until the Supreme Court ruled on this. Which is why there's been this holdup. We've all been wondering, like, okay, they've got all this stuff on him, so why? What's been the holdup? Now we know it's been because Cy Vance Jr. agreed to hold off until this ruling. Now the ruling has happened this morning, and so now the accountants, remember those forensic accountants have been talking about, now they can get his returns, and Trump is out of options legally. He can't go back. His attorneys can't go back and ask for anything anymore, and he's out of those options. But now this doesn't mean that the tax returns will become public, but it does mean that as like cases come up, they're available for any and all court cases that come up in the future against him. And it could be for things from the past, of course, and anything that happens in the future as well, because we know he's a sneaky, crazy, sneaky guy. So I'm using the first deck I'm going to use is Tony Poole's Kipper. It's if you like the imagery on it, it's the card Geek. You can get it at on her website, I think, and probably on Amazon as well, and maybe even Etsy. And then this one I'm going to use for the. So I'm going to use this deck to find out how he's feeling about this news. And this deck I'm going to use because it's an extended deck. There's extra cards in it. I'm going to look into what will it create for him in the end? How's this going to go? Okay, so using Tony's deck, I've already shuffled it. I just have to draw the cards. Let's find out. Let's do 10 cards and find out how's Chump feeling? How's Trumpy Wumpy feeling? This can't be easy for him. Interesting. You know what? Maybe I'll do more than 10. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do 14. Why not? Why not get as much information as we can? Okay. How's he feeling? What's he worried about? Okay, let's see if I can, well, maybe I can move all these up together. Oh, yay, okay. All right. Make sure I've got them all in frame, and then I'll talk you through what I'm seeing here. So this center row here will be the theme, and first what I'm going to do is mirror the cards. I'm going to do the theme, and then mirror the cards from the ends going in, and then I'll probably do like the knighting technique where you go, one card down and 2 over, or 1 up and 2 over. Okay, so. And excuse my little notes here. I have little notes for like reading directionally that I put on when I was first learning this system. Okay, so the theme is something's over. and what's over? Well, to find out what's over, what's ending and in a painful way, not easy. We don't look at this card as like the Tower, where there can be transformation, and we always have to remember that something's ending, and then there's a new beginning. But we look to the cards around it to figure out what in the heck is ending. So his expectation of being, I think, protected by any one of the Supreme Court judges, because obviously enough of them voted to not protect him, and even the ones he put in there, like Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett, even Clarence Thomas voted against it. Oh my God! So the dude's on his own. And so what's ending is this past where he was able to just, get whatever he wanted all the time, and, have all this material gain in his life. And so there's a restriction on that. I mean, this is the imprisonment card. But how he's feeling, remember, this is all just about how he's feeling, not actually what's going to happen. But so he's feeling like somebody got together and I think have like ganged up on him, and it's changing his ability to to have the gain that he's always his Teflon Don days are over is actually what I want to say about that. And because here's the cause, and it's created this ending, but we have to look at more of the cause, which is this way, and this is the meeting, this is them getting together. He's feeling like they've ganged up on him, and now he's going to have to take off. I think he's thinking he's feeling like, oh, I just want to get out of here. Let's go to a country where nobody knows what I've done, or there's no laws. He's probably, I bet you there's some echo from his subconscious, from his past life karma. As I'm with Scott Allen, Spiritual Essence. He's said many times on his channel. Shout out to Scott. He's always said that he thinks he was Caligula in a past life. That from studying different things and with his intuition. And I've also heard other people think that he was Nero. But anyway, so we're in the dictator, and he does even look like Mussolini. He's got the physical appearance of Mussolini. So whomever's right about that, and I know nothing about when they were born and ended, if they were all together, or if he could have been one and then the other, that could have happened as well. But anyway, in his in his lifetime as Donald John Trump, he's got these soul echoes of things being just the way he wants them. And he thinks all he needs to do is just, control things because it's the way he wants them. And that's good enough, right? He's just an idiot. So, but anyway, so he's feeling like, it's over. I don't have the ability to bring in the money anymore. People are not on my side anymore. And he's feeling like, like these people, I just keep hearing the word ganging up on me. They're ganging up on me. And it's the end of any more money coming in from people. I think he's really, really just worried about his money. But of course, that's all he ever thinks about. So now he's going to be working on getting away, working on this, new direction he has to go. Like, this is a card of, it's called the journey card. So what's his new journey? Wow. So he's thinking about a new type of a job or new type of a position. That's what he's thinking about. But I think he's thinking about it in a foreign land. And I think his subconscious is, triggering, bygone days of, I can just do whatever I want. I'll just go here and do whatever I want. So if it is true that someday he is truly, disqualified and he loses his pension and his Secret Service, well, they're still going to keep eyes on him. Everyone will still be, anyone with any, counterintelligence, anyone that's involved with counterintelligence, they're still going to always keep their eyes on him, because I think it's going to come out someday that he's been a foreign asset, and he's been part of a large part of transnational money laundering organization, and I hope that he's strung up on RICO charges someday, because there's too much evidence, that the news doesn't talk about, but if you look for it, you'll find it. So it's been available from other countries for years and years and years. It's like, look up Felix Sater, so that's another whole story. But how he's actually feeling, well, part of it is I think he really just kind of wants it to be over, because I think he's getting tired. I think he's getting tired. And then this person here, like, is this Putin? Is he feeling like he needs to, well, yeah, okay, so he's feeling like he needs to meet with somebody. I don't know who this guy is, but this guy has, experience from the past. Like, he knows what to do in these situations. This could be somebody that he's confided in. I don't see it as an attorney, though. I see it as more of like, I think it's Putin, like, okay, yeah, here I am, now what? If it's not Putin, I don't know who it would be. You guys can feel free to fill that in the comments, because I often miss things when I'm just tuned into how he's feeling, but I don't know who all these players are often. So he's feeling like it's over. He's wanting to connect with he's wanting to meet with somebody that can help him get away from it. And in his, professional, he's never been a professional, he's just been a farce. But he's wanting to create a new position for himself and get away with it, just get out of here. Now, I'm wondering if he's, this letter can be any type of communication. In the Lenormand, you have the birds for verbal communication and letter for written, but in Kipper, it's every type of communication. So he's working on communicating with people, nearby, right there in, Palm Beach, Florida. And he's probably still asking for money, because he's always be grifting guy. That's who he is. Always be golfing and grifting and lying. That's what he does. That's what he's done. And this can be just downtime. It can be, a small little short illness. It depends on the nearby cards. But look at this card right near is, really stuck. This is a major, it's called the prison card, but it can be just, your own little self-created prison. It's definitely a card of secrets. It has to do with restriction and punishment, and it's also the card, like in the Lenormand, we have the tower for institutions. This is the card, this is the institutional card in the Kipper. So this is government, and this is big government. And he's feeling like, oh man, They're all down on me. They're all, just like I said before, beating me up, all ganging up on me, and it's over. It's over for him. Well, he's feeling that it's over. I haven't confirmed that, what's over yet, because that'll be in the next spread. So with this card hanging over, with the expectation card, my goodness, hanging over this prison card, he really, really is anticipating. Well, he's hoping to get some help, but it's not going to work, because we've got the fatality, the ending. It's like the coffin card. So he's not going to get what he wants from this guy, whoever this guy is. I guess it doesn't really matter who it is. They're not going to be able to help. Wow. Maybe because they've been in on it with him, and maybe they get caught up in it themselves. Because that's how it is. You go down a rabbit hole, you're looking for the dirt, and then you find all these other players, right? Oh. Wow. Okay. So anyway, he's feeling down about it. The news has come in, and he's feeling down about it. He was working on a vacation and getting away. Then this news comes in and is like, rah-rah. and then he's I think he's contacted, this would definitely be Ivanka, and he may be speaking to her about, well, what do we do? And we need to protect the family money. We need to protect Trump Incorporated here. But he's wanting to take off. That he's really just wanting to get away. Yeah, because the money and gifts they're not coming in. It's ended, because this fatality card ends everything, and it knights over here. So it ends the money that was coming in. It creates this short, could be a short illness card here, turns it into a long illness. And this could even be his mental illness, because goodness knows I always got those cards for him. And this card of like fraud, dishonesty is the fraud card. It's also it's like really dangerous. And so he's afraid. He's feeling like he will get locked up, because it knights over here. Or at least be on house arrest. Wow. So he's having trouble. He's feeling like something's wrong, and now he's restricted, and now what does he do? Because this doesn't have to be a person, even though there's a person here. It's about meetings with other people, and he's definitely afraid. Yeah. Wow. Let me draw a couple more cards just to see, like house. When this, because, the news just came out this morning. So how's he going to even be feeling even more in the future? Yeah. Help me, get me out of here. Yeah. Somebody help me. And he's afraid of what's coming down the pike court-wise. He's afraid of being in front of. He doesn't do well when he does court depositions. Yeah, and he's feeling like he's going to be locked up in court for a very, very, very long time. Yeah, and that's consuming his thoughts. He's obsessively just going to be thinking about it. So this is how he's going to be feeling in the future. I want to get away. Help me get away. Somebody help me get away. And because otherwise I'm going to be in court for years. And he is. He's right. He's right about that. Finally the dude is right about something. Because because he sure hasn't been in the past. Okay, so that's the end of that little blurb. So my next question is, what in the end will this create for him? This Supreme Court ruling that is, because you just have to remember the history has been, is his attorneys have been throwing it out there, and oh yeah, and they even kicked back the one in Pennsylvania. So he and his attorneys have done everything that they could for a long time, which is his pattern of just delay, right? Well, he cannot delay anymore. This is it. This is it. It's finally done. We may have a beautiful spring coming in, you guys. Oh, okay, so what in the end is this going to create for Donald John Trump? Whoa, despair. Let's see how many cards I can fit here. I might only be able to fit 5, but we'll see. Yeah, and there's that expectation again. So, but in the end, and I'm not going to assign a time to this, just show me, and I only want the truth, always only want the truth. In the end, how's this going to go for him? Let me go ahead and do one more, and I'll scooch him in. Yeah, okay. How will this end for him? And we have that same repeat card of his thoughts. Yeah, court, fraud. Yeah, it's going to affect his marriage even. And all of his connections. Okay. So I may draw a few more cards, but we'll see. Well, because I've got 6 cards going here, I can't really do the theme in the middle, so I'll just do the mirroring and just read them across. So, of course, he's in a whole lot of, let me find it in this deck, that the imagery is even, well, I don't know, this imagery is pretty good. I mean, let me see if I can keep the glare off of it, right? I mean, this guy, I mean, this is all about, just feeling the lowest of the low. This has to do with just utter despair, anxiety, sleepless nights. It's like the Nine of Swords in the in the tarot, and it's depressed. This is a card of depression. So there's that. That's interesting. Wow. But let me find it in this deck because the imagery is so much stronger. It's like, here we go. You see how they're both the same number. It's number third. Oh, I don't know if you can see it here. It's number 32. It's sorrow. But look at it. It's like oh my God. What? Oh no. Yeah. So when it comes to adding these cards together, like he's expecting it to get worse. This expectation card has everything to do with, like I said before, people, I've said many times before, people keeping an eye on him, being surveilled, investigated into. So he's expecting it to get worse. And in the end, it will. They will be looking, because this isn't so much about how he feels, but this is what it will create for him. So this will create depression, and it will create that element for the rest of his life, whether or not he does get to keep his, pension, whether or not he's disqualified and loses everything. Then what happens is he's going to be watched anyway, no matter what, which is really good. I like knowing that. And and he's going to be watched for money that comes in, people that try to, help him. Because we're talking like money laundering here. And in the end, it's going to bring him poverty so bad that he's not even going to be able to take care of his own needs. I mean, this is in the in this extended version deck. That's the cool thing about this deck, is there's extra cards, so we get to go beyond card 36, and we've got 37 and 38 right here. The 39th card is just about community. So this poverty card in Ciro's deck, that he created here, it's really, really awful when it comes to, all things material and emotional. Because you can just imagine, like back in the days where these were like, before we had child labor laws and kids had to do, they were the chimney sweeps. They did all the things that men couldn't really get their hands into easily. Or they did enough just to be able to eat, but they weren't paid really well. They were severely, abused that way. So, and remember, this whole spread is about the end result on Trump. So he's going to be completely removed from, his assets will be seized. And if he wants anything, he's going to have to work for it. And, the documents and the problems, all these court cases are going to just keep coming in. In this deck, it's called the Message of Concern, but let me see if I can find it. In this deck, it's even worse. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, this one's not good either. It's this one. I mean, check that out. It's called Sad News. And so the rest of his life, this is what he's getting. Poverty, lots of work, and to try and make it again. So that makes sense why we had the work card over here in what he was feeling. But then again, who would hire a guy like him? And he's too old and too stupid, and he's got Alzheimer's. He's the demented demagogue that now is probably in full-blown Alzheimer's. I mean, he would have to have some type of mental illness to believe he's still won. So he's just constantly, the rest of his life is just be a sad news, like probably one court case coming in after the other. And also sad news about his connections. Now, the Lover's card does not have to do with lovers at all, but this would have anything to do with, anyone being loyal to him. And then here we have his marriage, but it doesn't have to be his marriage with Melania. This could just be all of his partnerships and people that used to, commit to him and who were connected with him is mainly the meaning of this card. And of course, we have the Thief card right next to that, and the courthouse, all the legal issues he's going to be having, all the formal decisions that are going to come down on him. And this is just like the Justice card in the tarot. So he's going to be gifted with, court cases after court cases. Other people who are connected to him, they're going to be brought in, and they're going to flip on him just to save their own ass, because that's what they do when it comes down to it. And that's all he's going to be thinking about. He's going to be obsessively consumed with these court cases, with just thinking about them constantly. And he's going to constantly be wishing and hoping for just, some lucky break. But he's not going to get it, because he gets poverty and toil and labor, and he gets more more documents coming in and bringing all his friends in, all his cronies. So that's his future. Wow. That's his future. And I've done enough. I don't think I need to look at Melania, malaria, melanoma, whatever we want to call her, because I've gotten several times already that at some point she'll be leaving. if she hasn't already. But you know, she's just transactional in nature like he is, so that wouldn't be surprising if she sticks around until it's no longer worthwhile. But they might not even be together. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Not seeing anything else. I'm exhausted explaining these cards, so thanks you guys for listening. Okay, I'm going to get this uploaded. Take good care. Bye.